Namaste, friends. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantaraye Amrutakalashahastaya Sarvamaya Vinashanaya Trailokyanataya Shri Mahavishnave Namaha. I welcome you all to my channel, Dr. Mahesh speaking, and to this Charaka Samhita Pathana. And if you are new to my channel, please subscribe and also click the bell icon if you are not yet subscribed. And please share this information to maximum Ayurveda scholars or seekers. And if you are not yet attended previous sessions, if you are not seen previous videos, all the videos are available in my channel. Please go through them. It will be good if you know understand them step by step. It will be very good. So today we are into the last session of Deerganjeeviteeya Adhyaya, that is the 12th session. It took almost 12 hours to complete one chapter. That is the depth of Ayurveda. That much time we have to dedicate to understand each and every chapters. Okay, so today we are in the last but the most important session of Deerganjeeviteeya Adhyaya. This is the chapter which tells about the importance of use of dravya, the knowledge of dravya, and how one can become a Sreshta Vaidya, how a person can become a best physician. That is explained in this last part of Deerganjeeviteeya Adhyaya. So without any delay, we'll start with the session. So it starts as Oshadir Nama Rupabhyam Janate Hajap Hi Ajapavane Avipascha Eva Yogas Gopascha Yecha Anye Vanavasina Na Nama Jnana Matrena Rupa Jnanena Vapuna Oshidanam Param Prapti Kaschid Veditum Arhati Yogavittvapi Yogavittvapi Arupajna Stasam Tattvaviduchyate Kim Punaryo Vijaniyat Oshadihi Sarvata Bishak Yogam Asatu Yo Vidyat Deshakala Upapaditam Purusham Viksha Sadnyayo Vishak Uttamaha. So what it is said, Oshadir Nama Rupabhyam Janatehi Ajapavani Avipascha Eva Gopascha Yechanye Vanavasinaha. See what Acharya says, Oshadinam Nama Rupabhyam. The names and identification of plants by their morphology, by seeing their flowers, by the leaves of the various plants. Janatehi Ajapa. Janate means knows. Ajapa means those who take the sheeps to the forest for grazing. So it is shepherds. You can consider the shepherds know the identification and names of various plants. Avipascha, the same, those who take the goats for to the forest. Go pasture, those who take the cows for to the forest for rearing, and Annecha Vanavasinaha, and other people who reside in forest. Okay, all these people, they have a knowledge about the identification of plants, and also they know the names of those plants. But is that sufficient to practice, or is that sufficient to administer those medicines? No. What he says further, na namadhyana matrena rupadhyanena vapunaha. Not only by namadhyana. Matrena means matrena means only. Na namadhyana matrena. Only by knowing the name of the plant. Va or rupadhyanena, by just knowing the identification features of the plants or the morphological characters of the plant. Punaha, again, means not only just by knowing the name of the plants, again, or just by knowing the what is the morphology or identification of the plants. Oshidnam param prapti kaschid, na is applicable here. So na aushadinam param prapti, the whole knowledge of aushadi will not be acquired just by knowing the name and morphology of the plant. One cannot say that I am expert in any plants or any medicines. Kaschid veditum arhati. So that person, such people cannot be able to use those plants as medicines because they just know the identification of the plants, morphology of the plants, they just know the names of the plants. Okay, so they will not be able to use those dravyas, those medicines, or those plants as effective medicines. Further, he says, Yoga Vitvapi, Yoga Vitvapi, Arupa अरूपज्ञा स्ताम तासाम योगविद अपि अरूपज्ञस्तासाम तत्वविद उच्यते. So what is said, a person who is yogavid, who knows samyak administration, proper administration of medicines, but is not having thorough knowledge of the rupa and nama, rupa dhyana, that is morphological characters, identification of the plants. Such person is also tattva viduchyate. Such vaidya is also said to be good vaidya. Such vaidya is also said to be knowledgeable. Okay, such vaidya is also considered knowledgeable. Kim punah, then think what we have to say about the people who know the yoga, samyak prayoga of those plants, as well as they have detailed knowledge of those plants. But he says, Kim punaryo vijaniyad aushadi sarvata bishak. Then what to say about such Vaidya who has sarvata knowledge of, detailed knowledge of aushadi? Kim punaryo. Then again what we have to say such Vaidya, such Bishak, what we have to consider? Who vijaniyat aushadi sarvata, who knows the aushadi completely by their rupa, by their nama, rasa, guna, virya, vipaka, and always also samyak administration of those things. Isn't it? Such Vaidya is said to be Shrestha Vaidya. The Vaidya who knows Samyak Prayoga of plants, he knows the names, but is not able to identify the plants, he is not having thorough knowledge of morphology and all. That person is also called as Vaidya, which is generally happens nowadays, because many times we prescribe the medicines because we know the names of the plants, we know the proper administration of the plants, but we may not be good in identifying the plants. But still we are called as good Vaidyas, good physicians. But think, if we have the complete knowledge of the plants, if we have complete knowledge of Aushadhi Dravyas, then we may become better. We will become better Vaidyas. That is what is said here. Yogam asam tu yo vidyat desha, sorry, Yogam asam tu yo vidyat desha kalopapaditam purusham purusham viksha sadneyo vishak uttamaha. Then who is to be considered as Sreshta Vaidya, best Vaidya? Yogam Asam. Yoga means Samyak Prayoga of, Asam means these Aushadhi Dravyas. How? Yo Vidyat, Yo Bishak Vidyat, Desha Kala Upapadit, Desha Kala Upapaditam. By considering Desha, Kala, Dosha, Dusha, Roga, all those things, Purusham Purusham Viksha, by understanding individual patients, not like in all the diseases of Atisara, we have to give this medicine, like medicine A. Medicine A is recommended for Atisara. Consider Kutaja is recommended for Atisara. Can we give Atisara if a Vaidya is giving Kutaja in all patients of Atisara, in all types of Atisara, then that Vaidya cannot be considered as Uttama Vaidya. Okay, what Acharya says, Yogam asam tu yo vidyat desha kala upapaditam purusham purusham viksha sadneyo vishak uttamaha. So what he says, by considering individual patients, their desha, kala, roga avastha, rogi avastha, their bala, dosha avastha, prakriti, all those things, the one who administers the medicines thoroughly with the knowledge of, thorough knowledge of Aushadha, in the name, in the form of their nama, rupa, rasa, guna, virya, vipaka, karma, all those things, such Vaidya is said to be Uttama Vaidya. Bishak Uttamaha. So what it is? Oshadir nama rupapyam janatehi ajapaha vani avipascheva gopascha ye cha anne vanavasinaha न नाम ज्ञान मात्रेण रूप ज्ञानेन वा पुनः औषधीनां परां प्राप्ति कश्चित् वेदितुर् अर्हति योगवित्वपि अरूपज्ञान अरूपज्ञस्तासां तत्त्वविद् उच्यते किं पुनर्यो विजानीयाद् औषधी सर्वथा विषक् योगम आसां तु यो विद्यात् देशकालोपपादितं पुरुषं पुरुषं वीक्ष सज्ञेयो विषक् उत्तमः. So let us see what Chakrapani says. Uktanam aushadinam yoga jnanasya pradhanya darshanam. So whatever aushadis are explained now, Kshiri Varga, Mutra Varga, Falini Dravya, Mahasnehas, different types of Aushadhis are explained. But knowing that name is not sufficient. What is important? Yoga Jnana. Yoga Jnana means Prayoga Jnana, administration, thorough knowledge of the Samyak Prayoga. Why it is important? That is explained here in the form of Oshadi Ityadi. Param Praptim iti Utkrishtam Vyadi Shariradhyapeksha Samyak Yogam. What is said? Na औषधीनां न ज्ञान न नाम ज्ञान मात्रेण रूप ज्ञान वा ज्ञानेन वा पुनः औषधीनां परां प्राप्ति. That is, just by the name, knowing the name or the morphology, we are not able to, will not be getting the thorough knowledge of vyadi shariradhyapeksha samyak yojana. So param prapti means understanding of proper administration of medicines by considering the disease and the patient. The disease, vyadi, and the rogi, that is the patient. So understanding these things, administering that is called as samyak yoga. So that will not be attained just by having the knowledge of the name of the plants or knowing the morphology or identification of the plants. That is what param praptim iti utkrishtam, shreshta understanding, best knowledge of vyadi sharira, considering vyadi and sharira, administration of medicine, samyak yoga. Yoga, this is one of my favorite commentaries, which I always tell to my students. Like ultimately, what I say, what is the goal of entire BMS is learning Samyak Yoga, learning Samyak Prayoga. The word Samyak Prayoga it should be the end product of BMS. At the end, you complete BMS, you should assess: are you fit, or do you have thorough knowledge of Samyak Prayoga or not? That is the ultimate goal of entire BMS course, or even MD. MD becomes specific. Okay, even if you are doing PG, the specific as per your area, as per your subject, are you having the thorough knowledge of Samyak Prayoga? That is the ultimate aim of our education of Ayurveda. So what is yoga? Yogo vyadi shariradhyapeksha samyak yojana beshajasya. So samyak yojana beshajasya, by considering vyadi sharira adi. Adi means roga, vyadi, sharira is rogi, dosha, dusha, kala, bala, desha, ahara, satmya. What is upashaya for that person? What is upashaya for that disease? Anupashaya is what? All those things, understanding all those things, matra, how many times we have to give, what dose we have to give, what anupana we should give, all the knowledge of these. By understanding all these, by considering all these knowledge, administration of medicine is considered as yoga or samyak yoga. Sarvatayeti nama rupa yogaihi. So here it is there. Kim punaryo vijanya doshadi sarvata. So sarvata means what? In detail about nama, rupa and yoga. Yoga means this. Vyadi shariradhyapeksha samyak yojana beshajasya. If the Vaidya who knows that sarvata iti nama, rupa and vyadi shariradhyapeksha samyak yojana beshajasya. So that Vaidya is said to be Shreshth Vaidya. Sarvata iti nama rupa yoga. Yoga is this. Vyadi shariradhyapeksha samyak yojana beshajasya. Yogam eva vishishtam darshayannaha. Now yoga only. Now he is explaining little bit more about yoga. Vishistam is specifically what is yoga, that is explained. Yogam asavityadi here. Yogam asam tu, there it is explained. Desha kalopapaditam iti desha kala kritam. So desha kritabala, kala kritabala, ahara kritabala, prakriti kritabala, all those things. The influence of desha, influence of kala, influence of ahara, influence of vihara, influence of satmya, all those things are to be considered under desha kalopapaditam iti. Purusham viksheti vipsiyam. Vipsayam means it is specific, individualistic. But it says prati purusham prakrityadi vedena yogasya prayo vedo bhavaditi darsheti. So yoga means administration of any medicine gets divided. Veda bhavati. It becomes very much different by considering prati purusham prakrityadi vedena. Like the drug, like for example, one disease, any Pakshagata in Pitta Prakriti, Pakshagata in Vata Prakriti, Pakshagata in Kapha Prakriti, the drugs and the administration of drugs becomes different. Administration of drug in Jangala Desha different, Anupadesha will become different, in Sadharana Desha becomes different. Administration of drugs in Kaumara becomes different, in Prauda becomes different, in Vruddha becomes different. So that is what considered Prati Purusham, Viksham, Viksham, that is Purusham, Purusham, Vikshati. Prati Purusham, Prakriti Adi. Adi means all will come in that. Roga Avastha, Rogi Avastha, Bala, Vaya, Kala, Desha, all those things. So by considering all these, Yogasya Prayo Vedo Bhavati. So the administration of drug changes accordingly as the Purusha Prakriti, Desha, Kala and all go on changing. The administration of the drugs also changes. That is what it says. Purusha Shabdena Ihacha Sanyoga Purusha Vipreta. That is a living individual. That is Shaddhatatmaka Purusha is to be considered. Now further he says, Yata Visham Yata Shastram Yata Agnir Ashinir Yata Tataushadam Avidnyatam Vidnyatam Amrutam Yata Aushadam hi Anabidnyatam Nama Rupa Gunaistribihi Vidnyatam Chapi Duryuktam Anartaya Upapadyate. So this is very important. But he says, Yata Visham Yata Shastram Yata Agnir Ashinir Yata Tatam Tata Aushadim Avidnyatam. So Avidnyata means not properly known drug. Means asamyak prayukta dravya. If you don't know thoroughly about the disease, the patient, desha, kala, and even we don't know thoroughly about the drug that we are going to administer, then how it acts? It acts like visha. It kills the person as visha by causing saudhanasha. It kills the person by, like shastra, by doing marmacheda. It kills the person by creating spota and all, like agni. It kills the person immediately like thunders and all. Okay. Vidnyatam amrutam yata. Vidnyata means if the drug, if the Vaidya knows samyak prayoga of any Beshaja, that Beshaja will act as amrita. Will act as amrita. That is why further he says, Aushadam hi anabidnyatam nama rupa gunaistribihi. So what he says, Aushadam hi anabidnyatam. So Aushada which is not understood in terms of nama, rupa and guna, which is not understood in the name, in the form of nama, its name, its guna, its and rupa. Tribihi vidnyatam chapi duryuktam anartaya upapadyate. So duryuktam here anartaya upapadyate is applicable to both lines. How it is? Aushadam hi anabidnyatam nama rupa gunaistribihi anartaya upapadyate. Vidnyatam chapi duryuktam anartaya upapadyate. So the one Aushada which is not understood, Vaidya which we have not understood that dravya thoroughly in terms of their name, the morphology and guna. Guna means guna, rasa, guna, virya, vipaka, all those things. Guna can be considered as yoga, samyak yoga, tribihi, vidnyatam. If that is used, anavidnyatam, which is not known in terms of its name, in morphology, its karma, guna, rasa, virya, vipaka, all those things, that if it administered, what it does? Anartaya upapadyate. Anartha means something wrong, something bad. It leads to something bad, complications and all. Vidnyatam chapi duryuktam, even known also. If we know the dravya in terms of nama, rupa and guna, but duryuktam, if it is not administered properly, if it is not used thoroughly, then that also leads to anartaya. That also leads to complications. That also leads to bad things. Anartha means not as, artha means what we anticipated, what we wanted out of that administration. Anartha means something happening against that, opposite to that. That is called as anartha. So it may cause the complications. Let us see what Chakrapani has to say about this. Yogasya aushadha jnanadinatvat aushadha jnanasya maha anarthakaritam bahu bir drishtante darshayati. So Yogasya aushadha jnanadinatvat. So yoga means samyak yoga is adina, in the adina of aushadha. Aushadha jnana, samyak prayoga of any medicine is dependent on the thorough knowledge of aushadha. Tvat aushadha jnanasya. What is said? Yogasya aushadha jnanadinatvat. Yoga, samyak prayoga is in the control of aushadha jnanatvat. Aushadha jnanasya maha anarthakaritam. Aushadha ajnanasya. This is Aushadha Ajnanasya. So Yogasya Aushadha Jnanadinatvat, as the Samyak Prayoga is completely dependent on the Aushadha Jnana. That is why Aushadha Ajnanasya. What happens if Aushadha Jnana is not there? What it does? Maha Anartha Karita. It causes very, Maha means big, like big or more or severe anarthas, severe complications, severe adverse events. How it is explained? Bahubir Drishtanta Darsheti. So that complications or the adverse events that are caused by the administration of drugs which are not known. Aushadat Ajnana. This is Aushada Ajnanat. Without knowing the thoroughly, without thoroughly not knowing, without knowing thoroughly about the drugs, if they are used, what they do? They lead to Maha Anarthas. They lead to severe complications. That is explained Bahubir Drishtanta by various examples that is explained here as Yatavisham Ityadi. विषादि बहुदृष्टान्त दृष्टान्तेन अज्ञातं भेषजं किंचित विषवत् संज्ञानाशं कृत्वा मारयति. So विषादि बहुदृष्टान्तेन, विष, शस्त्र, agni, ashani. Bahu means many, drishtanta means similes or here examples. So by that, what is saying? Ajnatam Beshajam. Ajnata, if unknown medicines, if we don't have thorough knowledge of the medicine and if we use it, what happens? Kinchit, some medicines, Vishavat Saujnanasham Krutva Marayati. Some medicines will cause Saujnanasha and cause death. Kinchit, some Vishavat, like Visha, Saujnanasham Krutva, by bringing in or by causing Saujnanasha Marayati, kills. So, Ajnatam Beshajam Kinchit, विषवत् संज्ञानाशं कृत्वा मारयति. किंचिच्च शस्त्रवत् मर्मच्छेद कृत्वा मारयति. Some other medicines which are ajnatam kinchit, some other medicines which are not known thoroughly, if they are used, they may kill the person by causing marmacheda like shastra. Okay, like visha causes saujnanasha, how visha causes saujnanasha and kills, like that some drug cause. Some drugs like shastra, kinchit shastravan marmacheda krutva mareti. Some drugs like shastra, a sword, sharp weapon, how it destroys the marma and kills the person. Like that, some ajnata veshajas will cause marmacheda, damage to the marma, and they cause the death. Kinchit agnivat. Some drugs, how Agni burns the person, like that, if they are ajnata medicines are used, so they, some drugs, Agnivat spotadikam krutva, like Agni, they cause spota and all on the body and marayati. Kinchit ashanivat, ashani means thunder, lightning, like lightning, sadhyo marayati iti darshati. So some drugs which are not known and if they are administered, then they may kill the person immediately, like that of a lightning or a thunder. Okay, so here this explanation, these two lines and this commentary tells about you can use it for classifying various types of adverse events or complications of wrong administered medicines. Like there may be, we can categorize them like the drugs which cause Saujnanasha, unconsciousness and kill, some drugs which cause like anatomical disturbance or physiological disturbance like marmacheda, affecting Trivida marma, you can consider marana is said to be, or sadhya pranahara marmas, if we consider like marmacheda, sadhya pranahara marma like basti, shira, hridaya, it is said. So they may cause cardiotoxicity or neurotoxicity or nephrotoxicity and kill the person. It can give like that idea. Kinchit agnivat spotadikam krutva means some may cause severe dermatological complications and kill the person, like the drugs like what is that usually during the pregnancy and all, exposure to medicines lead to these epidermolysis bullosa and all. There you can see wrong administered medicine. The medicine was not to be administered, that particular medicine was not to be administered in that condition, and that administered and the baby dies due to epidermolysis bullosa. Means bullous presentation will be there all over the body, like agnivat spotadikam krutva marayati. So that can be considered. Kinchit ashinivat sadhyo marayati. Some may cause immediate death like anaphylactic shock. So like this we can even consider these two lines, that is quotation 124, and the commentary on that can be considered for categorizing various types of adverse events or complications of abnormally or improperly administered medicines. You can use like that, this understanding. Next, Nama Rupa Gunair iti anena Tritve Labde. Here it is said. Nama Rupa Gunais Tribihi. Even though all the three are, when we count them, Nama, Rupa, Guna, they are three. But still, why the count 3b is said? Nama Rupa Gunai Riti Anena Tritve Labde. When we count them, Nama, Rupa, Guna, three. That is, we come to know that they are three. Labde, that we come to know that they are three. Punastribiriti Vachanena Vachanam Ekaikam Ekaika Jnana Pratishadaartham, because it is said three means they all the three are to be taken as one. They are to be taken together because it is explained tribihi, because Vachanam Punastribir iti Vachanam Ekaika Jnana Pratishadaartham. Only one jnana. Only Nama Jnana is there, Rupa and Guna Jnana is not there, or Guna Jnana is there, Rupa and Nama Jnana is not there, or Nama Jnana, Rupa Jnana is there, Nama and Guna Jnana is not there. Like that, individual Jnana is not to be considered. So, to contradict only one Jnana, one of knowledge of only one of them, this word again Punastribi is used. Tena Tribireva Militair Jnatam Veshijam Prashastam iti darshayati. So by that what is said? Tribireva Militair Jnanam. So the jnana of all the three, Nama Jnana, Rupa Jnana and Guna Jnana. That is the knowledge, thorough knowledge of the names, the morphology and their guna karmas, Rasaguna Viripak and all together, the one who is having that knowledge, such Beshajam Prashastam Darshayati. So by knowing all the thoroughly about the name, the morphology and the Rasaguna Viripak of the dravya which are administered, such Beshaja or such drugs are said to be best. Prashastam iti darshayati. Further, this is a most commonly used phrase by most of the Ayurveda, teachers and on many platforms. We listen to this Yoga Dapi Visham Tikshnam. Okay, we'll continue that. Yoga Dapi Visham Tikshnam Uttamam Beshajam Bhavet. Beshajam Chapi Duryuktam Tikshnam Sampadhyate Visham. Tasmanna Vishayayuktam Yukti Bahyena Beshajam. Dhimata Kinchit Adeyam Jivitarogya Akankshina. Kuryan Nipatito Murdnim Sashesham Vasavashani. Sashesham Aturam Kuryan Nattu Adnyam Matam Aushadam. Dukkitaya Shayanaya Shraddhanaya Rogine. Yo Beshajam Avidnyaya Pradnyamani Prayachati. Tyakta Dharmasya Papasya Mrityubhutasya Durmate. Naro Narakapati Sattasya Sambhashanadapi. Varam Ashi Visham Patitam Tamramevava. Pitam Ati Agni Santapta Bhakshitava Api Ayogudaha. Natu Shrutavatam Vesham Vibrata Sharanagatat. Grihitam Annam Panam Va Vittam Va Roga Peditat. Bishak Bubirshur Matimanataha Swaguna Sampadhi Param Prayatnam Atistet Pranada Syat Yata Nrna. So this is a lengthy one, but we'll discuss it by splitting. Yoga Dapi Visham Tikshnam Uttamam Veshajam Bhavet. Yoga, that is Samyak Yoga, that is Vyadi Sharira Adyapeksha Samyak Yojana Veshajasya. So if Visha, Tikshna Visha is used by considering Vyadi, Sharira and others, then Tikshna Visha, being Tikshna Visha, it can become Uttamam Veshajam Bhavet. So Yoga Dapi, by proper Samyak Prayoga, Tikshna Visha can become Uttama Veshaja. Uttamam Veshajam Bhavet. It can become Uttama Veshaja. Beshajam Chapi Dhuryuktam. Even Sreshta Veshaja, even best medicine, if it is Dhuryuktam, improperly administered, without if the administration is not Samyak, that is without knowing the Roga, without knowing the Rogi, without knowing the Desha Kala and all, then Beshajam Chapi Dhuryuktam, if it is Dhuryukta, if it is not administered correctly, Tikshnam Sampadhyate Visham. So, even a best medicine improperly administered can act like a Tikshna Visham, can act like a very potent poison. Tasmat na Vishaja Yuktam Yukti Bahyena Veshajam Dhimata Kinchit Adeyam Jivita Arogya Akankshina. What is said? Tasmat, that is why na Vishaja Yuktam Yukti Bahyena Veshajam. So here what is said? Vishaja, a Vaidya, should not use any medicines beyond Yukti. Beyond Yukti means without understanding the thorough idea, without having the thorough idea of the medicines and all. such Vaidya should not use any medicines, okay, without understanding them properly. Dhimata kinchit adeyam jivitarogya akankshinam. So that is why an intelligent person who is willing of having a healthy life, having a wishing of a long life, should not adeyam, should not take even anything from such person who uses medicines beyond yukti, who uses medicines just by Namadhyana or Rupadhyana, who has no thorough knowledge about medicine. So, an intelligent person who is willing, Akankshi means willing or desiring of healthy life, long life, disease-free life, such person should not take anything from Vaidya, Kinchit, even slightest Adeyam, should not take anything from such Vaidya who use medicines beyond Yukti, beyond the knowledge, the scope of the knowledge. Kuryan nipatito murtim sashesham vasavashini sashesham maturam kurvanna tu adnyam atha aushadam. So what it is said, Kuryan nipatito murtim sashesham vasavashini. So a person on whom the Indrayuda falls, such person can be survived, can be saved. Okay, such person, the person on whom Kuryan Nipatito Sashesham, Kuryan Nipatito Sashesham means the life still exists, means the person can be saved on whose head the Indrayuda falls. Okay, but Sashesham Aturam Kuryan Na. So, Kuryan Na to Adnyamatam Adnyam ata Aushadam. So, saving the life of a person who has been administered or who has taken the medicine from a Vaidya who is not having thorough knowledge, or a person who is not having thorough knowledge about the medicine. So, that Acharya is telling, taking medicines also, it's not only for Vaidya, he is telling about the people also, telling about the patients also. He is asking the patients not to take medicines from those who claim themselves as Vaidyas and don't have thorough knowledge of medicine, their administration, their gunakarma and all. So don't take medicines from them, because whatever complications occur because of those medicines administered by such Vaidyas, it is very difficult to overcome that. We can save the life of the person who has been affected by thunders and all, but not the person who has affected by the medicines that are administered, wrongly administered by the Vaidya, so-called Vaidya, who is not having thorough knowledge of Veshaja. Dukkitaya Shayanaya Shraddhanaya Rogine Yo Beshajam Avidnyaya Pradnyamani Prechati Tyakta Dharmasya Papasya Mrityubhutasya Durmate Naro Narakapati Sattasya Sambhashanadapi. So, Pradnyamani means it's said to be Chadmachara Vaidya. Means who is not Vaidya, who is acting like Vaidya, who is acting like a physician, who gives the medicines to Dukkita, the sufferer, who is bedridden, who has desiring of Shraddha, who has come with lots of devotion for treatment. Such patients, Yo Beshayam Avidnyaya Pradnyamani Prayachati. The Vaidya, who is so called Vaidya, who claims self as Vaidya without proper knowledge of medicine, Prayachati, administers Tyakta Dharmasya, who is not having the medical ethics, who is not following the dharma of Vaidya Vritti, Papasya Mrityubhutasya Durmate. So that person leads to the Papa, who is already doing Papa Karma, who is such Vaidya is said to be like Mrityubhuta. That person looks like Yamaraja. Durmate, he is having the bad mindset. Naro Narakapati Sattasya. So whoever gets treated by such Vaidya, they go to the Naraka. Even by Sattasya Sambhashanadapi, even by talking with them also, we go to hell. Means we will suffer. Hell means not exactly like going to hell and all. So Naro Narakapati means the person suffers by taking medicines, or by taking any treatment, or by taking any suggestions, or even talking with those who claim themselves as Vaidya but don't have any knowledge of Dravya, any knowledge of Aushadha. Such people, we should not take any treatment, or even we should not talk to them. We should avoid such people. So further he gives some examples why to avoid them. Varam ashivisham visham kvatitam tamrameva va pitam atyagni santapta bhakshita va api ayogudaha. So what he says, it is vara best to consume ashivisha, sadhya pranahara or it is best to consume, melted copper, or it is best to, swallow the iron balls which are boiled, which are heated. They are better than na tu shrutavatam vesham vibrata sharanagata. Not taking, they are better than taking medicines from Shrutavata means again the one who claims self as Vaidya. Charma Chadmachara Vaidya. Vesham Bibrata Vaidya, who acts like, who behaves like Vaidya but who is not Vaidya. So it is better to drink Ashivisha, Sadhya Pranahara Visha, immediately, the poison which kills immediately, or the boiled copper, or the hot iron rods, iron balls and all. It's good to swallow them, but not taking medicines from the Chadmachara Vaidya. Sharanagatat Grahitam Annam Panam Va Vittam Va Roga Piditat. So further he says that it is, some people have different opinions, but what it says exactly is, we should not take the Vaidya like same, like they should not take any anna, pana, vitta, money from the sufferers who come for treatment to that Vaidya. So there are so many contradictions, discussions on that. We will not come to that. Okay, practically thinking, we have to get paid, right? But taking payment should be ethical. That is what we can consider. Not to take any vitta means anna pana, okay. Vitta means money, financial, anything, return. But a complete charity, the people who have, who are rich, who have, abundance of finance, money and all, they can do free of cost treatment. But it is to be the fees and all what we collect, it should be in the form of ethically sound. It should be of have, it should have ethical boundaries, because in Tisraisani Adhyaya only Acharya Charaka has said we have to do all possible efforts within the limits of dharma to earn. So Vaidya Vritti, the dharma, as per the dharma, how much fees, how much money we have to take for the medicines and all that we have to take wherever possible, where you feel like we can give free treatment, you can give, if the patients are not affordable, like that it can be done. It is completely individualistic, very specific and personal. So I cannot comment much on that, I cannot say anything much about that. Bishak Buburshu, that is why further he says, last two lines, that he says these many things, this is so much difficulties there associated with the practice of medicine. Okay, there are so many bad things that will happen with improperly administered medicine. So that is why what he says, Bishik Buburshur Matimanatah Swaguna Sampaddihi Param Prayatnam Atistet Pranadaha Syat Yatha Nranam. So what he says, Bishak Buburshur Matiman Ataha, the Vaidya who wants to give life, who wants to treat the sufferers, who want to treat the diseases successfully, such Vaidya, Matiman, intelligent Vaidya, should always put in Prayattam, Param Prayattam Mati state, extensive efforts, higher efforts we have to do, give for Swaguna Sampatti, for improving our qualities, for increasing our skills and competencies, our knowledge. We should be continuously, constantly, just a minute. We should be continuously and constantly making efforts to improve our qualities, improve our knowledge, to improve our skills. So that is what Acharya Charaka says. Bishak Buburshur Matimanatah Swaguna Sampaddihi Param Prayatnam Matistet Pranada Sadyatanranam. So Bishak Buburshur Matiman Pranada Sadyatanranam means the Vaidya who want to save the life of the people, the intelligent Vaidya who want to save the life of the people, who want to cure the diseases. Such Vaidya should always make efforts, consistently should make the efforts to increase Swaguna Swaguna Sampatti, to increase the qualities, the skills, the knowledge of self to become a very good Vaidya. So that is why the concept of continuation of medical education, that is CMEs, ROTPs and all came. That is because of this. We need to be updated. We need to be upgrading our qualities. We need to be upgrading our knowledge. We need to be upgrading our skills. That is what Acharya Charaka opines here, to be a good Vaidya. So let us see what Chakrapani says. There is no much about these quotations. Yogam stauti yogam iti yogadapi ityadi. So yoga is explained as in previous that yogo Vadi Shariradepeksha Samyak Yojana Beshajasya. That is what is to be considered here. Visham cha Samyak Yogat Beshajam Bhavati. So what is said? Yogadapi Visham Tikshnam Uttamam Beshajam Bhavati. So Visham cha Samyak Yogat Beshajam Bhavati. So if Visha is also administered properly, it can act as Beshaja. He gives one cross reference from Charaka Chikitsa Adhyaya first, that is Rasayana Adhikara. Tilam Dadyat Vishasyatu. Tilam. That is one of the yoga is here is the Matra. Matra is given prime importance. Tila Matra, if it is given, acts as Rasayana in that formulation. It's not independently, it is given in a formulation. Ityadi Prayogo Bodhavyam. So like that, it is to be understood. Na kevalam atureneva bishajo beshajam nadeyam. What is said? Na kevalam atureneva abishajo beshajam nadeyam. Kintu bishaja api yukti bahyena beshajam aturaya nadeyam ityartha. So what here it is? Tasma na bishajam yuktam yukti bahyena beshajam. So what is said? Not only a Vaidya, not only the person who is not Vaidya, such person who is not a proper actual Vaidya, educated Vaidya, he should not give medicines. But even Vaidya, a qualified Vaidya, kintu Vishaja api, a qualified Vaidya also, should not use any medicine yukti bahyena, beyond the understanding, beyond his or her knowledge, Beshajam Aturaya Nadeyam. So, such Vaidya, even a qualified Vaidya, should not use any medicine in any patients beyond their understanding of that particular medicine. Without knowing, like somebody said it is good, we should not use, unless we are thoroughly having thorough knowledge of that particular drug or medicine that we are administering. That is what is the meaning of this. Na kevalam atureneva abhishajo beshajam na deyam. But not only the so-called Vaidya, Chadmachara Vaidya should not give medicines, but even a qualified Vaidya should not use any medicine administer any medicine into a patient without proper knowledge of that. So, what is Samyak Beshaja then? We now saw that Samyak Beshaja, Samyak Prayoga, Samyak Prayoga. What is, how to understand which is Samyak Prayoga or which is Samyak Beshaja? Who is best Vaidya? That is what he says. Tadeva yuktam Beshajam yad arogyaya kalpate sachayeva Beshaja sreshto rogyobhyo yah pramochayet. So, what he says? Tadeva yuktam Beshajam yad arogyaya kalpati. Yuktam means yukti yuktam. Yuktam means we have to consider yukti yukta or samyak yukta. That is called as, that itself, that eva only. That only is called as yukta beshaja or samyak yukta beshaja yat, which arogyaya kalpate, which brings in health, which cures the disease and brings in health back. So that is called as samyak prayukta beshaja, which cures the disease and brings in the normalcy, which brings in the health, well-being of the individual. That is called as samyak beshaja, samyak prayukta beshaja. Then sreshta vaidya sachaiva beshaja sreshto rogyobhyo ya pramochayet. So that vaidya is said to be sreshta vaidya, who removes or who cures diseases or who makes the patients rogebhyo pramochayet, who makes the patients free from disease. Rogebhyo, from disease. Pramochana means, pramochayet means freeze. Okay, the Vaidya, such Vaidya is said to be Sreshta Vaidya, who makes the patients free from diseases. Who makes the person free from diseases. Such Vaidya is said to be Sreshta Vaidya. Tadeva yuktam vaishajam yad arogyaya kalpate sachaiva vishajam sreshto rogebhyo ya pramochayet. So let us see what Chakrapani has to say. Ata samyak yuktasya veshajasya kim lakshanam? Kim va upadeyasya sreshta vaidyasya lakshanam. So two things were discussed previously, that is samyak veshaja and sreshta vaidya. So what are the qualities? How to say lakshanas of Samyak Bheshija? What are the lakshanas of Shrestha Vaidya? That is what is explained here. Atha Samyak Yuktasya Bheshajasya Kim Lakshanam? What are the lakshanas of properly administered medicines? Kim va Upadeyasya Shrestha Vaidyasya Lakshanam? As explained, Shrestha Vaidya. What are the lakshana of Shrestha Vaidya? Tadeva ityadi. Shloka starts as Tadeva. Rogebhyo yah pramochayed iti anena च ज्ञानपूर्वं भेषज प्रयोगेन रोगहारकत्वं मुच्यते न तेन यादृच्छिक सिद्ध्या कुवैद्य व्यवहारो न वाच्यः. So here what is said, pramochayed iti rogyobhyo yah pramochayed iti anena. This meaning of this means jnanapurvam bheshaja prayogena, by thorough knowledge of bheshaja, who administers the bheshajas, by that roga harakatvam muchyate, by that the roga prashamana takes place. By that we should not consider tena, by this we should not consider yadrichika siddha, we should not consider it as by chance. By chance the disease got cured. Such things are not considered. It's not by chance, it is by the jnana bala of the Vaidya who has used the medicines. The proper administration of medicine is responsible for roga becoming free from disease, not the chance. He says, Tena yadrichika siddha ku Vaidya vyavaharo na vachyaha, by that accidental cure or by chance cure by Chadmachara Vaidya, or the person who claims self as Vaidya but not actual Vaidya, or who has maybe Vaidya but not have thorough knowledge and just use the medicine and accidentally disease gets cured. That is not considered here. Here what is considered? The Jnanapurvam Bheshaja Prayogena Roga Harakatvam, by thorough knowledge of Bheshaja, who administers that Bheshaja and disease get cured, that is considered as rogebhyo yah pramochayet. That is considered not the outcome that is caused by accident, that has occurred by accident or by chance, by the administration of medicine by the so-called Vaidyas or Chadmachara Vaidyas. Yadrichika siddhau hi Vaidyo na roga pramokshe karanam. So in Yadrichika siddhas, in accidental cure or by chance cure also, there Vaidya is not the hetu for becoming free from the disease. Very nicely he says, Yadrichika siddhau hi, even accidental cure or by chance cure also, Vaidyo na roga pramokshe karanam. There Vaidya is not considered as karana or cause for disease getting cured. Kintu gunakshara nyayena daivagato beshajasya samyak yoga iti. It is by God's grace. It's because of patient's grace or God's grace, patient's daiva or the God's grace, the Beshaja has become accidentally samyak and that has cured the disease. It's not the Vaidya who is responsible. It is the Daiva Bala of the patient and the Beshaja that had, because of that the disease got cured, not by the Vaidya. Okay. Next, what is Samyak Prayoga? Samyak Prayogam Sarvesham Siddhirakyati Karmanam Siddhirakyati Sarvescha Gunairuktam Vishaktamaha. So, Samyak Prayoga Sarvesham Siddhirakyati. So, Samyak Prayoga, proper thorough administration, will 100% give successful outcome in all karma. Whatever karma we do samyak properly, in all we will get success. This is general also, not only for medicine, because in commentary it is there. So proper action, thorough samyak karma will always give successful outcome. Samyak means righteous karma always give successful outcome. Siddhirakyati sarvescha gunairukta vishaktamaha. And the Vaidya who is having Guna Sampanna, that is, who is Guna Sampanna, that is, I think, Kudak Chatushpadhyaya, it is explained, Vaidya Guna, Vaidya, Chatushpadhyaya are there, okay. So, Vaidya, Paricharaka, Beshaja, and Rogi, these all, when all these four are Gunavan, when all these four are good at their best, and Vaidya is best in them, then whatever karma they do, in all, they get successful outcome. Siddhirakyati sarvaischa, in all actions they become successful. Who? Gunayuktam Vishak. So Vaidya who is having thorough jnana, or who is having all the chatushpadas, okay, along with thorough knowledge all the Chatushpadas, remaining 3 padas are there, then all the karmas that are done by Vaidya for the welfarement of the patient or for the benefit of the rogi, they will be successful. Then Katam Chakrapani says, Katam Arogyat Samyak Yogo Beshajasya Jnayate. So, what is the outcome of Samyak Prayoga? Katam Arogyat Samyak Yogo Beshajasya. Then what is the Samyak Prayoga for the outcome of health? Samyak Prayoga is Sarvesham iti anena Annesham api karmanam. So here Sarvesham Siddhirakyati Karmani. So here what is to be considered? Sarvesham means iti anena Annesham api karmanam. See, Acharya is telling for general other karma also. Pratima karanadinam siddhi samyak yogam tat karanatam khyapeti. Pratima karana means even making a statue and all. Other any actions, any karmas, whatever karma we are doing, if we do it properly, if we do in righteous way, if we do it samyak, then 100% we will succeed in that. न ही असम्यक प्रयुक्ते कारणे सम्यक कार्यम भवति. It is general again, commonly. न ही असम्यक प्रयुक्ते, if something which is not done properly will not have successful outcome. That is what he says. न ही सम्यक प्रयुक्ते, if something is not done correctly, कारणे सम्यक कार्यम भवति. By not doing something correctly, some correct outcome will not be there, isn't it? So asamyak karana, improper actions will not lead to proper outcome. Improper actions will not lead to proper outcome. Siddhirakyati iti ukta pratinemika siddhi nahi yadruchika. Here where it is siddhirakyati, successful outcome will be there. So there what is to be considered? Pratinemika siddhi. Pratinemika means as per the, in accordance with the actions. Yatha karma tata phala. So what type of karma we have done? That type of siddhi, that type of outcome. Not adrichiki. No, not adrichiki means accidental outcome will not be there. We gave something and something else happened. No, not that type of siddhi. Sarvagunairiti Shrute Paryavadatattvadibihi. That is Vaidya Gunas. Shrute Paryavadatatvam and all Vaidya Gunas are explained. Those Vaidya having all those gunas along with remaining 3 pada, that Vaidya is considered as Gunairuktam Vishaktam. Okay. So it is explained in Sarvair Gunairiti Shrute Paryavadatattvadibihi Kuddaka Chatushpada. That is Sootrasthana 10th Adhyaya. It is explained. That we will discuss in that context. Now, the last. This is the tradition or manner of closing the chapter. Tatra Shlokaha. Ayurvedagamo, what this entire Deerganjeeviteeya Adhyaya discussed. It is summary. Ayurvedagamo hetu ragamasya pravartanam sutranam sutranasya abhyanudnyanam ayurvedasya nirnayah sampurnam karanam karyam ayurveda prayojanam hetavaschaiva doshaaschaya Beshajam sangrahena cha rasaha sapratyaya dravyas trivido dravya sangraha मूलिन्यश्च फलिन्यश्च स्नेहाश्च लवणानि च मूत्रं क्षीराणि वृक्षाश्च षड्ये क्षीरत्वगाश्रयाः कर्माणि च येषां सर्वेषां योगायोग गुणागुणाः वैद्य व्यापदो वैद्य अपवादो यत्रस्थ सर्वे च विषयां गुणः सर्वमेतत् समाख्यातं पूर्वाध्याये महर्षिणः. So in first chapter what are explained? Ayurveda Agama, how Ayurveda came to earth. What was Hetu Ragamasya? What was the cause for the occurrence of Ayurveda? Why Ayurveda came? How Ayurveda came? Why Ayurveda came? Pravartanam. How it was transferred from like Indra to Bharadwaja and all. Sutranasya Abhyanudnyanam Ayurvedasya Nirnaya. Then how the next generation Rishi Munis and all, they made their own Samhitas, their Sutras, how they are accepted that. Sampurnam Karanam. The complete Karana, Sampurna Jnana of Ayurveda, Karana for that Hetulinga Aushadha Jnana or Vigna Bhuta, those things are explained. Karya, what is the Karya of the Ayurveda, what it is going to do, what is the Prayojana of Ayurveda, that is explained. Hetavaschaiva, those Hetus are explained for that. Doshas are explained. Beshaja Sangraha is explained, like various types of Beshaja are explained. Rasas explained along with their Pratyaya Dravya, along with their specific dravyas. Trivida Dravya Vargikarna is said, Dravya Sangraha is explained. Like further he explains, Acharya explained Mulini Dravyas, Falini Dravyas, Sneha, Mahasnehas, Panchalavanas, Ashtamutra, Ashtakshira, Shadvruksha, Kshiri and Togashraya, last Shodhana Dravyas. Further he says, Karmani Yesham Sarvesham Yoga Yoga. So what these Falini, Mulini and all they do, what type of karma they do, what are the yoga, what is yoga, Samyak Yoga, what happens, Ayoga if it is done, Guna Yukta Vaidya, Aguna Yukta Vaidya, what are the outcomes and all, what are the Vaidya Apvadas, all those things. Yatrastha Sarvecha Vishjam Guna, what are the outcome of Sarva Guna Sampanna Vaidya, Sarvam Metat, all these things, Samakyatam, completely explained in Purvadhyaya, first chapter by Maharshina. That is Punarvasu Athreya. It is because it is told by Charakacharya. Charakacharya is saying by Punarvasu Athreya, all these things are completely explained in the first chapter, or the first chapter explained by Punarvasu Athreya contains all these contents. What Chakrapani says here, first he gives idea about the concept of why literature, some rules of literature. Tatra shloka iti, here it starts with Tatra shloka. Tatra shloka iti tantrakarasya ritiriyam yat. Riti means it's a style of writing. It's one of the style of writing. Like now we have so many styles, like American MA, medical, something like that, LAM, AMA, American Medical Association style. Like so many styles are there of writing text, writing references, Panko style and all. So like that, for chapter writing, this is the style that was used by those our acharyas in that time, in those days. So tatra shloka iti tantrakarasya ritir iyam. This is one of the style of writing of the tantrakara or the charakacharya. What is the meaning of that? Yatroktam artham sangrahena abhidatte tatra shloka iti karoti. So where whatever is explained, yatra uktam artham, where already said content, artha means meaning, here we can consider content, sangrahena abhidatte. In a nutshell it is given. If it is given in a nutshell, explained nutshell, later if I may, Acharya is going to explain whatever is explained so far into a nutshell like a summary, then there tatra shloka iti karoti. There first tatra shloka, this word, this phrase is used. Further, yatra tu uktad anadikam uchyate tatra bhavati chatra iti karoti. Where which is explained more, where Acharya is already explained, again it is going to be explained. There bhavati chatra it is said. Like for example, if gadya form it is there, and if it is again explained in padya form, then there it will be written as bhavati chatra. Okay, bhavati chatra iti karoti. न च अस्य निष्प्रयोजनत्वम, इसका कुछ यूज नहीं है, ऐसा नहीं है. This is, it's not of use, it's not like that, it is useless, it's not like that. Tantra dharmatvam, this is the style of writing, this is the rules, these are the rules of writing any book or anything like that. So that is why it is written like that. He gives some examples. Adhyayokta artham adhyayante sangrahena abhidatte. So whatever is explained adhyayokta artham in this chapter, Deerganjeeviteeya Adhyaya, whatever is explained, that at the end of the chapter, artham adhyayante, at the end of the chapter, sangrahena abhidatte. So in a nutshell, as a summary, it is given. So Ayurveda Agama Ityadina, it starts as Ayurveda Agama. Sangraha katanam cha purvokta arthasya sankshepena grahanartham tata durjnana pratishedhartham. So what it is explained, sangraha, why it is sangrahena abhidatte, because whatever is explained already, that samyak, again to understand it thoroughly, sankshepena grahanartham. In short, what we have read so far, to understand like that, in short it is said. And also durjnana pratishedhartham, to overcome incomplete understanding. So like if at all something is left when you are reading the last one, the phrase at that time, if when you are reading, it make like something, if I have not read, if I have not understood, so that I can go back and I can read that one. Durjnana pratishedhartham. So for that purpose also it is explained as a summary. Yato yatkinchit atra durjnanam syatta diha pratipadita samvedana samvadena avadharyate. So it is whatever is explained here, if it is not understood, then by discussing with others or by going back to that, by reading that, we can make the things clear. Durjnata, that is which is not understood thoroughly, that we can understand further. So Vachanam hi, it is explained further, gives example about Bhavati Chatra, it is for that. Gadyokto yaha punah shlokairataha samanugiyate tad vyakti vyavasayartam dvirukti sa na grihyate. So what is said in some chapters, some things are explained like gadya, like a chapter without any like without 6 words or 8 words in one line, next line 6 words or 8 words. It's not followed like that. It is like a chapter, like a story. Katha is like a story, like a chapter. Continuous long explanations will be there. So sometimes that becomes difficult for many people to understand. So same will be for the shlokair arthaha samanugiyate. So next after that again same in short with a padya, like padya form, like 6 or 8 words in one line, one line like that. So it is again said. So there it is not to be tad vyakti vyavasayartam. That is for vyavasaya means understanding. That is to make the understanding of something more and more clear. That it is explained for that purpose, and that is not considered as virukti sa na grahyate. So that is not considered as virukti is considered one of the tantra dosha. So such explanations are not considered as tantra dosha if they start as Bhavati Chatra. If they write Bhavati Chatra and then they write the Gadya version into Padya, then it is not considered as Virukti dosha. Atracha Gadyokta iti Vistarokta Upalakshanam. Gadya means Vistara, detail, in detail, like a chapter, like a story. So next Shloka means Padya, like in short it is explained. Tena Shlokoktasya api aragvadiyadyasya punah shlokena sangrahanam aviruddham. So whatever is explained, like Aragudhyate, some examples are there. So whatever is explained in detail, again same in shloka, in a padya form, in short it is explaining, that's not considered as viruddha. So here we come to the end of this chapter. Iti Agnivesh Krite Tantre Charaka Prati Samskrite Sutrasthane Deerganjeeviteeya Nama Pratamo Adhyaya. This is the Deerganjeeviteeya Adhyaya, first chapter, which is of Charaka Samhita, which is written by Agnivesha. What is that? It is the first chapter of Agnivesha Krita Tantre. It is the first chapter of Agnivesha Krita text or Samhita, which is revised, rewritten, Prati Sanskrite, rewritten or recited or republished like that, repaired by Charaka Sootrasthana. In the Sootrasthana, Deerganjeeviteeya Nama Pratamo Adhyaya. So, in the Sootrasthana, that is written by Agnivesha and redacted by Charakacharya, this Deerganjeeviteeya Adhyaya is the first chapter, that is over here. So next in commentary, iti Chakrapani Datta Virachitayam Ayurveda Deepikakya. Ayurveda Deepika is the name of Chakrapani commentary. Iti Chakrapani Datta Virachita. It is iti. This is the Ayurveda Deepika commentary written by Chakrapani. Virachita means written by Chakrapani Datta. Charaka Tatparya Tikayam. Charaka Tatparya. What Charakacharya says? Tatparya of that, meaning of that. Telling the meaning of that commentary. Telling the meaning in the name of commentary. Sutrasthane Deerganjeeviteeya Nama Pratamo Adhyaya. In Sutrasthana, Deerganjeeviteeya, first chapter by the name Deerganjeeviteeya Adhyaya. Okay friends, this is how we came to the end of first chapter. So after going through the entire chapter, if you have any queries, any questions, please write in the comments. I will try to answer them if I am able to. And please also, I told, as I tell, like, if you have any suggestions to improve, if you want to give any suggestions to, so that we can improve, because we are going to do next chapter, we will be going into the second chapter. So before that, if you have any suggestions where I can work on, where I can improve my these sessions, where it will be beneficial for you and as well as for me, please write in comments. And also share this information of Charaka Samhita Pathana and these videos with maximum number of the seekers of learners of Ayurveda. And thank you for watching this video. As I always say, read and forget, but don't forget to read. Okay, thank you for watching the video. Take care, stay healthy, stay happy, happy studies. See you in next video. Until then, take care. Thank you.